There are 1,000 ways people claim you can scale your info business in 2025. Building complex funnels, going viral, posting 3 times a day, running ads, and the list goes on. But what if it doesn't have to be that overwhelming? What if you could build a business simply by being yourself, attracting people who genuinely love you? Not because you have wild guarantees or the lowest price in the market, but simply because of who you are. In this video, I'm gonna break down how I took Adonis from absolute zero to $4,000 in his first 30 days as a fitness coach, all with the most simple and honest system to grow your business in 2025. Especially in an info space flooded with coaches, creators, and flashy results. With this system, you won't need to compete with them. You don't need to fake a persona, sell your soul, or rely on pushy marketing tactics. You'll build a business rooted in authenticity around your true self and your purpose, filled with clients who genuinely love working with you because of who you are. This is Adonis, a really awesome guy who went from absolute zero to $4,000 in his first 30 days as a fitness coach. And not only that, he was able to leave his 3 side jobs of delivering coffee, cleaning pools, and sitting at the gym reception to finally go full-time with his calling and his true passion. And he did it all without millions of followers, crazy guarantees, discounts, or compromising his values. In this video, I'm gonna break down everything I did to take him to that point in 30 days. The roadmap, the systems, the processes. You're getting it all. But before we get into this, if you're watching this, you want to scale your business. You're amazing at what you do. You genuinely want to help people and make an impact because that's the most important part. And you want to be valued correctly for your work. But you're stuck in a constant guessing game and overwhelmed about how to actually go about it. You probably recently started out and have no idea what steps to take or how to monetize your audience, or you've been at it for a while but it's not as consistent, predictable, or as profitable as you want it to be. I'm very happy you found your way to this video because this is gonna be freaking awesome and I know this is gonna help you. And as you probably can imagine, scaling a coaching business is very specific for each case. So I wanna jump into Adonis' scenario before we started working together so you understand where we actually started from and built from. When I first met Adonis, he was working 3 jobs as I told you. He was cleaning pools, he was delivering coffee, and he was sitting at the reception of the gym. He was posting content every single day but still had absolutely 0 clients and making 0 income from his online coaching because he did have all the skills and knowledge and expertise to actually help people. But he had no idea on how to sell his coaching and actually get clients from it. He had no clear offer on what he actually is offering these guys, and he wanted to sell his one-on-one coaching for $90 a month. And he wasn't really getting anywhere like this. But no matter how much he was posting, he was still stuck at 0. It became very clear for him. Content was not everything needed to scale a business properly. He had no idea what steps to take, no direction, no clarity, or systems in place until he found me. So what did we actually do? We started off by implementing my system. I call it the soulful impact system because my belief is that we're all born with a calling, with a passion, with a fire inside of us that we are meant to live out in this life, that we are meant to make an impact with in this world. And this is the most honest, authentic system in 2025 to actually make an impact with our calling in this world. This is an ecosystem first approach rather than a funnel first approach. This means that we build out your ecosystem, which is usually your Instagram page that we use as a landing page, a place where people come to and start getting to know you, understanding how you can help them, and seeing you as the person they want to work with. And we can be very intentional about how we build this out and how people perceive you when they come to your page. It's basically an extension of you. It's a very humane and fundamental approach because people trust people and people work with people. So we need to make your ecosystem into a place that feels very human, that feels like a place where they genuinely can connect with you, get to know you, and start getting this feeling of loving you and wanting to work with you. And we do that by making sure that you have a really clear offer, solving the core problem of your audience and making sure that there is an audience that actually needs the solution. And from there, we make sure that your brand and messaging is aligned to this so that we're truly speaking to this audience that needs this solution. And then we start bringing predictable traffic to our page so we know every single day how many people we're getting to our page and not just relying on organic content. This is what generally creates a predictable and consistent business for your coaching business that you probably want. And then we nurture these people passively, actively through our highlights, through our stories, through our reels, through our YouTube, through the DMs, so that we're generally warming these people up, and I'll get into it a bit more how this all plays a part in it. And then we guide these people towards our solution on a sales call in this case, and then we deliver the best service ever to our clients, and from there we scale up the impact even further. This was a very simple breakdown, but I'll get into it more in depth further in the video. This is the funnel we put in place for Adonis in this case. We brought predictable traffic to his Instagram profile where they could come in, spend time with him in his reels, in his stories, in his highlights, in his head talk reels, because as I mentioned, this is the place where we generally want these people to feel like we are speaking to them, that these people start feeling like, wow, this is somebody that can help me, this is somebody that I would love working with, and I feel like I know them and I can trust them. And then we use DM call to actions, guiding people into our DMs where we have the appointments that are qualifying and nurturing these people. And if these people are not at a point yet where they could be maybe ready to buy yet, we can guide them towards a YouTube video where they can spend even more time with us, for example. And then we guide them towards booking a call with us where we have our closing calls, qualify them for the offer shell. In this case, we had a high ticket one-on-one coaching offer as well as a mid-ticket group coaching offer for Adonis. In the end, if we're solving the same core problem on two different price points, we generally can help them the best on our high ticket one-on-one coaching offer with more access to us. However, if they're not at the place where they're financially ready for that, we can guide them towards our group coaching offer instead. And then we just deliver a really amazing client delivery, get more testimonials, because as I mentioned, the better we can help these people, the better we can get the results for them and use these testimonials to scale it up even further, and then also upsell clients if needed to our high ticket offer from the mid ticket offer. And that's basically the funnel in place. How do we actually start implementing this more practically into Adonis business? First of all, we made sure to do some market research, because if you don't know what the market demands, what they need, what they truly need, then you're not going to see much success with your offer. And your offer is the fundamental of everything. We need to make sure that we are truly solving the core problem our audience has. This is why you might see a lot of accounts, maybe with hundreds of thousands of followers, that are not actually making a lot of money. Most probably because they're not solving the core problem of their audience. So Adonis had already built up an audience of around 9,000 followers. We had to look at what audience we can serve from that. We had to look at their current situation, their goal outcome, the pain points they currently experience, their buying power, and their level of commitment, and ask ourselves, what can we serve them that solves these pain points that they're having, would result in a clear and tangible transformation that is valuable and requires a commitment that we can monetize. Based on that, we started building out his offer. In this case, we decided to go with an audience of young guys who wanted to feel desired by women, who wanted to be able to go on the beach in the summer feeling proud of their body, looking in the mirror, feeling proud of what they see, and actually being comfortable walking around without a shirt on in the summer. And these guys were basically doing nothing right now in their lives, just being lazy, not feeling a sense of brotherhood, not having anybody to support them to be better and guiding them in fitness and actually how to go about it, and also just not feeling strong and confident and like a beast, like we said it. So that's exactly what we decided to help these guys with, going from where they are now to the point where they want to be, being in the best shape of their life, having the girls run after them, and actually being proud of walking around with some abs in the summer. So we had this high ticket one-on-one coaching offer as well as a mid-ticket downsell. So for the guys that weren't at the place where they could financially commit to the one-on-one coaching, we had this group coaching offer that was really, really awesome, full of value for these guys, so they could still get some access to Adonis. With this setup, we could easily scale him to 10K plus months, and then we had to start generating consistent and qualified traffic to his page. We had to be really clear on the ideal customer avatar, honing in on our messaging to start the ecosystem nurturing process, and creating content and a high value profile, and implement implementing a traffic ad. So what is this traffic ad that I'm mentioning? Instead of selling to an audience instantly in the ad by running an ad to a VSL or booking link instantly, you have them following you instead, getting into your ecosystem, wanting to learn more about you and your offer. This way, we don't just lose every single lead we get that go to our booking page and just don't decide to buy or book and then they just disappear forever. Instead, we get these people to stay in your ecosystem, following you, keep seeing your highlights, your stories, and your reels popping up on their feed, so we can actually keep nurturing them. I'll talk about that a bit later. The way you do that is calling out your target audience and their dream outcome and pain point, describing their current situation and what's holding them back from achieving this dream outcome or whatever is causing them pain. And then you're going to tell them to follow you. Not DM you, not going to your landing page, to just follow you. And then some social proof, placing you as the industry leader, as well as social proof using your client results, so showing what you actually done in the past and creating credibility and authority in that first touch point with you. This is a very intentional process. We get them to follow you so that we later can start the nurturing process. We have a properly set up social landing page, in this case our Instagram page, an aligned high value brand that makes these guys look up to Adonis as an authority, as an expert in what he's talking about, and messaging that speaks instantly to his dream customers that makes these guys feel like, whoa, this guy is talking to me. That's exactly what I'm going through right now. That content basically makes your audience wish they met you sooner. And in this case for Adonis, he was talking to guys who were at the point he was around 10 years ago. And I think that's a really nice way to think about it. Like, if you're offering something you went through yourself, thinking about what you would have needed to hear those years ago and what you would have looked up to. Here's how it looked like in this case. We set up his predictable traffic ad where we called out his target audience and told them to follow him. When they started following him, they see an optimized profile talking directly to them, social proof, and a DM call to action. And then having 3 pinned posts that are very intentional, we have a client result showing some credibility and social proof. In his story reel, he's talking about his transformation of being where his target audience is right now when he was back at that point and how he took himself to a point he is now. And this makes him connect and relate to his audience even more. And then we put some cool calisthenics skills here because his unique method is calisthenics. And then in his bio, the link we use is to his YouTube channel because this is the place we want to direct people to, a place where they can actually come and spend some more time with him. Just imagine all of these thousands of people that actually come and spend time with him in a 30-minute video, gaining more trust with him and getting to know him even better. And on his Instagram page, we made sure it's packed with value and authority content. Reels talking to his target audience and positioning him as an authority and an expert in what he's talking about. And basically having clear call to actions in his bio and content so that we are directing people to his DMs. And when people come to your page, they don't only check your reels, they actually check your stories and highlights. This is such a valuable place to really optimize. So we made sure that he had a lot of client wins on his profile and testimonials to really build some credibility and trust with people, as well as a lifestyle, showing off his lifestyle of being at the point where these guys want to get to. So showing up brotherhood, showing up confidence of being at the beach without a shirt, looking awesome, and actually doing all these cool calisthenics tricks that these guys want to do. And also using it for Q&As, engagement, posts, where we can actually talk more with our audience and warm them up even further. However, it's really important that you understand why we do these specific things. So now I want to break it down even deeper for you, why we do what we do. By setting up our ecosystem like this and nurturing people correctly, we can make the sales cycle so much faster. A typical sales cycle is around 30 to 60 days, while if we actually use the right mechanisms, we can get it down to 3 to 14 days with the right systems. Because when people come to your page, there's 2 different journeys we need to keep in mind. There's a customer journey and a sales cycle. Not all people, when they actually come to your page, are at the place where they're actually in so much pain that they're ready to invest into a solution for it. Some people might just feel like, okay, I know that I'm having a bit of a tough time, but they're not at a place where they're actually looking for solutions. However, through these systems, we make these people realize their pain even further. We help them realize that it doesn't have to be this way and there is another way, and generally showing them what's possible so that they tap into that pain even more. And also for the sales cycle, most people won't just go and buy a high ticket offer from anybody they come across on social media. You probably know it yourself. You wouldn't trust anybody that you just see popping up on an ad. People need several touch points with us before they actually decide to buy from us, and they also need to spend a certain amount of time with us. So by being really intentional about how we set it all up, we can actually make sure that we make these touch points and this time spent with us even faster, as well as helping them realize their pain even faster. So without this system in place, without any nurturing or being intentional about how we set our ecosystem and funnel up, that journey probably looks something like this. This is a time of around months, about up to 1 year or even more. These people coming into your page, spending some time with you, getting to know you, and warming up to you slowly while watching your stories that pop up and your reels and whatever it takes, and building trust and actually being ready to purchase from you. However, with the right systems in place, being intentional, having the systems in place, we can make this so much shorter. Instead of them purchasing all the way up here, we can make it happen so much sooner. We make sure that they get the touch point, that they get the time spent with you, that they get into their pain at the point where they start building trust to you, already here and ready to buy from you. So even more practically, how did we actually set this up for Adonis? So we made sure that he connected with all interactions he got on his page, all the new followers he got from his ad or organically, as well as people that interact with his stories, with his posts, or DMing him. We basically connect with everybody. We check in with them because we genuinely care about them and we want to help them and we want to see how we could actually help them. So we spend time with them in the DMs having conversations, because just think about it. Where does a sale start? How does it all begin in the journey of us seeing if we even can help somebody? It all starts with a conversation. So we have these conversations in our DMs where we book a sales call with them. We guide them towards the sales call where we can close them under 1 hour, because we already know that we can help these people. They're warmed up to us and they genuinely want to work with you. And no, Adonis did not have to spend all of his time in the DMs. We set in an appointment setter into Adonis' business who booked the calls for him so that he could actually just show up to the sales calls and spend his time doing what he does best. And I can tell you it worked really well. Adonis was already booking calls on his second day in, filling his calendars with booked qualified calls, and from the first week started locking in his new students. And here's the best part, he made this all happen while working 3 jobs. We helped him take care of it all while he could focus on creating content, showing up to sales calls and close them, and deliver great experiences to his clients. And this was all done through the soulful impact system that I showed you in this video. If you're still here, I'm very happy you're here, but you might be probably wondering, how do I actually apply this to my coaching business or my info product? If you're in any of these situations, at the very beginning, just figuring everything out, or you build an audience but struggle how to actually monetize it and start building your coaching business, or you're just unable to consistently scale your info business, just go to my Instagram and DM me Impact. It's pinned in the comments as well as in the description, and that's all you have to do. I will reach out to you and we can just have a little chat. I love to hear about you, get to know you a bit, understand where you want to take your business and what's currently holding you back. And only if I can help you and it generally feels aligned, we can hop on a call and take it from there basically. I hope this video brought you a lot of value and clarity on how to actually scale your coaching business and seeing what's possible for you. And if you want to keep seeing videos like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as go follow me on Instagram, because that's where I'm most active. I can't wait to see you there and I hope you have an amazing day.